Row number 4 to the inside, the 14JR, Tyler Baribeau. On his outside, the 22, that's Nick Beckman. Row number 5, tail end Charlie, the 5 Eli, that's Marty Steinbach. Steinbach and Nichols, side by side, green flag is out. Big start for Nichols. He's gonna have a big race advantage coming off turn number 2. Steinbach, though, holding on to that second spot. Cade Richards looking to the inside. Your defending track champion wants to take over that second spot. He won't get it out of 4. He'll get challenged by Jordan Grabowski. Big move by Grabowski out of turn 4. He'll take 2 spots, moving up to the runner-up position. We got cars around. Turns 1 and 2. Hunter Wergen collects Steinbach, Laughlin. And our first caution of 2022 is for a 3-car incident in turns 1 and 2.
Tough break there for Hunter Wergen. I think he went around himself there, but really there was nowhere else to go for Gary Laughlin and Marty Steinbach.
In your stock cars, top 5 moving on tonight in your heat races.
Bringing the 5
and looks like Marty Steinbach is, I think he's got, it looks like he might have a flat tire, but either way, he's off the track.
Flat right rear.
Green flag is back out, single file. Grabowski and Nichols get a good start. Nichols pushes up the track. You got a new race leader, but for how long? Great run down the backstretch for Nichols. He's going to challenge Grabowski to take that lead back out of turn number 4. Nichols will have the high side. Grabowski will take the lead. He'll have it on that lap. 9 laps left to go. Jordan Grabowski, but Mike Nichols isn't done yet. Grabowski up the track just a little bit. Out of turn 2 and down the backstretch they go. Great battle between 2 of the more talented drivers around the area. Jordan Grabowski and Mike Nichols. Car around turns 3 and 4. That's going to be the 5 and 10 Steinbach. See if he can get it going again. It's a one and done rule at Eagle Raceway. Caution is out. Tanner Steinbach being told by race officials that he is done for this heat race for bringing out that caution.
How about the restart there by Grabo? Mike Nichols pushed up the track just a little bit in turn number 1, jumped over the cushion there, and that gave the 30 of Grabowski an opportunity to cross right down under him and had a great run down the backstretch. So you've got a new leader now. Of course, Grabowski, your 2019 national champion in the stock car division.
Grabowski, Nichols, Richards. That's your top 3. Richards now looking underneath Mike Nichols, not able to make that 1R stick. Nichols will hold on to the spot. Richards back to 3rd. Jordan Grabowski, 6 laps left to go. Mike Nichols, Cade Richards, Nick Beckman, Tyler Baribeau. That's your top 5 that are moving on to the feature. Gary Laughlin and Hunter Wergen. 2 cars outside looking in as we now have 5 laps left to go. Nichols starting to chip away at that advantage that Grabowski had on the restart. Mike Nichols not a regular at Eagle Raceway. In fact, doesn't make his way out here very often. So he's got a little bit of learning to do, and you can kind of see he's starting to figure this track out. During the position change, Mike pushed up the track in turns 1 and 2, but he's got that figured out now. He's got a tough road to hoe to get by that 30 of Jordan Grabowski. Grabowski now up the track a little bit. Nichols took a peek, but thought better of it. Two laps left to go, 2 sticks in the air. Caden Murray says 2 laps left for Mike Nichols to figure out how to get around the 30. He might have it this time. Good run off the corner. They get close, no touch. Side by side down the backstretch. Hard into turn 3 goes Grabowski. He'll hold on to the spot. White flag is out, final time. Can Nichols get around Grabowski? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first race of the night. Nichols is going to try to diamond that corner off. He'll get a big run down the backstretch. Gives Grabowski a kiss in the bumper. Will we have a run at the line? Big run for Nichols. Not enough. Jordan Grabowski gets the win.
Kyle, you probably heard a few times because he won 2 races last year. So watch that 19 machine set to go green. As Dan said, top 5 cars moving on to the big show here tonight. It's Meyer and Haney set to bring us to the green. As Mike Nichols and Jordan Grabowski did, Haney's going to grind the top side off of turn number 2. The 12X will jump out to the early lead. Here comes the 3 a.m. of Dan Jackson to his outside. You've got a race for the lead and a new leader off of 4. It'll be Dan Jackson at the line. Haney in second, Matt Boucher up to third. 3-car battle back there for 4th. Jeff Ware to the outside. How about the 83 you're defending? Hobby Stock champion, a 5-time Hobby Stock champion here at Eagle Raceway. He'll split 2 cars at turn number 4. The 83 coming to the front. Side by side with Boucher. Kyle Vanover making his way to the front as well. He is now into the final transfer spot. But up front once again, Dan Jackson, your leader with about a 3-car length lead over Dylan Haney. The side-by-side battle for third off of 4. Jeff Ware to the inside. Here comes Vanover right to his back bumper. Boucher still holding strong to the outside. That time Boucher, pushed up to the track. Contact with a guardrail. Side-by-side for third and fourth. Vanover and Ware. Now Meyer back up into the top 5 as the caution will fly.
Put your trash in the trash cans, but tonight is a big one. Because of this wind, it's going to be on the racetrack before we know it, and we don't want to have to throw a caution because of some trash debris. So please hold on to your trash closely all night long.
Dan Jackson set to bring us back to the green flag. Haney, Ware, Vanover, and Meyer, your top 5 as the field goes into 1 and 2. Vanover's going to try the bottom side. He'll drift up. Ware will stick it to the floor, and he'll pull away down the back straightaway. Jackson opening it up with a 2-car length advantage as they work through 3 and 4. Jackson, your leader. Haney second. Ware third. Vanover fourth. Meyer fifth. Then it's the 7 machine of Rusinger and the 17 KT of Patterson. Here comes Jeff Ware now to the bottom side, down the back straightaway. The 83. Move him up to P2. And here comes Vanover. Started 8th on the grid. Now up to 3rd. Dylan Haney had a good start to this one, but he has dropped back to 4th. Meyer still your final transfer, but now Vanover setting his sights on the 83 of Jeff Ware as they go into 3 and 4. Meanwhile, your leader starting to really open things up. The advantage for Dan Jackson continuing to widen up. 4 laps left here in this heat race, and now here comes Vanover. He'll try the move to the inside, down the back straightaway. It's Beatrice versus Columbus. Slide job in 3 and 4. Crossover move by Ware off the corner. Who's it going to be at the line? Kyle Vanover. How about the 19 from 8th to 2nd? Ware right back to the inside, but Vanover shuts the door, and he'll have sights for your leader going into 3. Jackson still working the top side, but he does not know the 19 is coming. He'll find out now. 2 to go. Vanover works the bottom side, going through 1, right through that moisture. Jackson up top, he'll pull away by a car length. Ware with the best seat in the house in that 3rd spot, watching that battle for the lead shape up. Haney and Meyer wrapping up your order. White flag is out. Caden Murray says 1 to go. Jackson drifts up to 1 and 2. Vanover with a crossover move. Can he get it from 8th to the lead? We'll find out. We'll see if he can try another slider in 3 and 4. Door to door. Vanover pushes up, but Jackson will shut the door. Your winner, Dan Jackson. Vanover, Ware, and Haney, along with John Meyer. He'll be your final transfer. It'll be Rusinger and Patterson going to the B feature. How about it, race fans, as he comes down the front straightaway? Let him know you appreciate him here tonight. The 3 a.m. Dan Jackson.
Man, that is some great racing.
Johnson and Thompson, that's your starting row. Down and Eggy, row number 2. Harder and Barabo, row 3. Stutzman and Horsham, row number 4. Good start for Nate Thompson. He's going to take the race lead and the field into turn number 1. Bo Eggy will follow him through. A little squirrely for your pole sitter, the 13 of Alex Johnson. He's fallen back to 4th, now 5th, and he's under fire both sides. Nate Thompson, Bo Eggy, they've broken away from the field. The 14 of Jordan Baribeau holding on to that 3rd spot. Shane Stutzman up now to 5th. He's in the final transfer spot. Stutzman setting his sights on the 6 of Jeremy Down. Unusual wrap for the 22S. Went with a very plain looking black and white so far. A lot of drivers having issues getting their lettering and their wraps in. Oh, heavy contact. I heard that up here. The 6 of Jeremy Down and the 22S of Shane Stutzman. That was a hard hit. I wouldn't be surprised if Stutzman might have some damage. Have to keep an eye on the 22S. He's now looking to the inside of Jordan Baribeau.
But the 6 may be off pace.
I think the 6 might be off pace. Jeremy Down might be having some issues. He might have got the fuzzy end of that lollipop. Meanwhile, back at the front, the 3T of Nate Thompson, the 1X of Bo Eggy continue to go back and forth.
Would that be a dandelion?
Sugar Shane Stutzman up to 3rd. We'll be getting the signal. 4 laps left to go from Caden Murray, our lead flagman. 4 laps left to go. Nate Thompson, he's led every one of them, and it hasn't been easy. Bo Eggy just been setting him up, trying to find the right line and to get that big momentum run down the backstretch. Try to take the lead and take the final heat race win in tonight's stock car heat race action. Once again, top 5 moving on. That's going to be Nate Thompson, Bo Eggy, Shane Stutzman, then Max Harder, and Jordan Baribeau. Oh, a little trouble for Tim Horsham off turn number 2. He keeps it straight though. We stay green. 2 laps left to go. Can Eggy get around Thompson? Nate Thompson. Bo Eggy's just been trying. White flag's out, final time. Here we go. Can Eggy get the run off the corner? He's there at the quarter panel. Front end slips a little bit, not able to get the go. Try it again, one final set of corners. Thompson out of turn 4. Thompson's gonna hold on to it by half a car. Nate Thompson gets the win. Bo Eggy in 2nd. Shane Stutzman in 3rd. Max Harder in 4th. Jordan Baribeau will be your 5th and final transfer. It was sure smoky in Lincoln a couple days ago, that's for sure. I mean foggy.
Oh,
foggy. It was.
You know why?
It's foggy.
Just happened to be 420.
Snoop was in town.
Green flag coming back out. We're going to try this again. The Jacksons will lead the field into turn number 1. Tyler Jackson and Dave Carter. Mike Hansen looking underneath, trying to get that 3rd spot. Top 5 moving on.
Oh. 98 sandwich.
Top 5 moving on. That's going to be Tyler Jackson, Dave Carter, Brett Lemke, Mike Hansen, and Ryan Gilland. Rubbing is racing. That happens. Dave Carter, Brett Lemke doing a little bit of rubbing. No harm, no foul. Lemke back to 3rd. Around goes Mike Hansen all by himself. He's to the infield off the groove. We should stay green. We will stay green. He's got it refired. He's back out onto the racing surface. That's a frustrating turn of events. Dave Carter now battling for the race lead. He wants this heat race win. Carter's got the heat race lead now. 4 laps now, 3.5 laps to hold on to it. Dave Carter, Tyler Jackson, Britt Lemke, top three breaking away. Hansen goes around right in front of the field again, but he keeps at the gas. No, not enough. Tyler Jackson barely misses him. Mike Hansen's heat race is done. That's unfortunate.
He might need a new fire suit after that one. That was a close call.
Him and Tyler Jackson. Maybe they can get a 2-for-1 deal.
Track's pretty tricky right now, Dan. 1 and 2, it's way slicker because the sun's beating down on that side. 3 and 4 is a lot more hammered down, so a little bit of a tricky situation for these drivers, especially with the smaller tires.
And if any of you are new to Eagle Raceway, we will rework the track during intermission. Roger Hayden goes out and gives a little fluff and buff just to put a little more smoothness back into the track. So we'll see that during intermission. We're also going to have our motor mouth competition. Hanging around for that. Dave Carter takes the field back down the backstretch as we're back under green. Tyler Jackson trying to diamond that corner off and get a big run down the front stretch. 2 laps left to go. Can Dirty Dog Dave Carter get it done at Eagle Raceway? Britt Lemke in third, Ryan Gill in fourth. Brad Schreiner is your recipient of that 5th and final transfer spot. We get a car around on the low side of turn 2. Caution is out. That's the 98 of Jared Jackson.
We do have a lost phone that was found over by the benches. So if you're losing a phone, check your pocket. Come up here to the announcer's booth. We got a phone for you.
Dave Carter, Tyler Jackson, Britt Lemke, Ryan Gillen. Green-white checkered finish. Brad Schreiner looking to the inside of Gillen. He wants another spot. White flag, final time. Dave Carter, Tyler Jackson in the 13T, Britt Lemke. 26L, Ryan Gillen in the 46, Brad Schreiner in the 10. First car outside looking in, only car outside looking in. The 13M of Justin Meyer. Green or checkered flag waves for the 2C. Dirty Dog Dave Carter gets the win. Tyler Jackson brings it home in second. Britt Lemke in third. Ryan Gillen will finish in fourth. And your final transfer is going to be the 10 of Brad Schreiner.
Row 3, Neil Pella in the 3N with the 7T of Tanner Downey to his outside. Row 4, Cody Muth and the 22J of Nick Jensen. Trenton Downey in the 53T rounding out your order. All right, set to go green. And a good start for Watts. Takes it to the middle of 1 and 2. Here comes Richards to his inside. Wasserman trying to battle for that lead as well. Here comes Richards side by side with Watts. Roberts racing. A little bit of contact. That'll be Richards leading lap number 1. Dylan Richards in the 24R. Won a night at the Beatrice Spring Nationals earlier this season. Also at the Thayer County Speedway during the Nebraska Dirt Crowd. Off of 4, Richards will click off another lap. Jeff Watts back in second. Wasserman third. Keeney fourth. And Dowdy, Tanner Dowdy, in that 5th and final transfer spot. Here comes Pella to the inside. Dowdy by a half a car length. Good side-by-side racing there for that final transfer. Top 4 cars have pulled away from that battle just a little bit. Now Keeney takes a peek to the inside of Wasserman. Up front, Dylan Richards leading the way. Jeff Watts in that second spot. Watts, of course, a multi-time track champion down at the Beatrice Speedway. Wasserman sitting back in that third spot, trying to run down your top 2. Meanwhile, Pella still working on the back of Dowdy as they go into 1 and 2. Dylan Richards pulling away now as Watts has company. Wasserman has caught that 66 machine. Keeney back in fourth. Here comes Pella. Keep your eye on that transfer spot. Downey once again with company. Neil Pella started in the 5th spot, trying to get back to the 5th spot. Those two started side by side, continuing side by side. 2 to go up front though for Dylan Richards. Richards, Watts, Wasserman, Keeney, Pella now into the top 5. Fantastic pass by Pella. Here comes Downey. Still an opportunity as Pella pushed it too strong off of turn 2. He jumped the cushion. White flag is out for Richards. Watts, Wasserman, Keeney, and Pella. Downey, Muth, Jensen, and Downey. That's your order. Through 3 and 4, one final time. Picking up the heat race win, it'll be Dylan Richards. Jeff Watts, Adam Wasserman, Albert Keeney, and Neil Pella all going to the A feature. So great run by Dylan Richards. Once again, Dan, we still have a phone missing up here. Was found on one of the benches. So once again, if you were sitting on the benches earlier, check your pockets. Coming up here to the announcer's booth, we'll get it back to you.
Woo! Slow and steady, side by side, 2 by 2 by 1. Green flag is out. Krista Stransky moved up to the outside pole position. She's now 3 wide. Roy Armstrong looking to get it all he could get on the opening lap. Started 5th. He'll come out of turn 4. Huge contact. Big contact. Ben Beecher just got shuffled back. Armstrong up to 3rd. Krista Stransky in 2nd. Your race leader, the 69S, Brendan Stiggy. So Stiggy, your race leader. Stransky, then Armstrong. Ben Beecher and Tim LaPointe. That's your 5 transfers right now. Might have a battle for the race lead. Brendan Stiggy has enjoyed the race lead so far in your final Valentino's Hobby Stock Heat Race. But Roy Armstrong is closing in. The Wile E. Coyote tracking down the 69S. Up the track goes Stiggy. Is this the opening that Roy Armstrong is needing? He's got it. They're side by side down the backstretch into turn 3. Car goes around turns 1 and 2. It's the 18 of LaPointe. He's still got a transfer spot though. Armstrong not able to complete the pass on the last lap. Out of turn 4, coming to the white flag, Brendan Stiggy holding on over the 6R Roy Armstrong. Armstrong's gonna try to go high. He'll lift, he'll dive to the inside. No, we'll follow the tire tracks down the backstretch. Final time, turns 3 and 4. Brendan Stiggy will hold on to get the win. Roy Armstrong in 2nd. Ben Beecher in 3rd. Krista Stransky scored as your 4th place finisher. She'll move on. And your 5th and final transfer, the 18 of Tim LaPointe. So that's going to do it for your Valentino's Hobby Stocks.